Okay, so in this lesson, you are going to learn 3 more new words. Okay, remember that we've been talking about the idea of mean. We also talked in the last lesson about an outlier. Reminder that an outlier is a number that is drastically different than all the others. It's a lot bigger or a lot smaller. Today, you are going to learn the word median, mode, and range. Okay? And then we'll repeat talking about some of these as well. All right? Reminder that what we are doing is we are talking about measures of center. So one of the things I'm going to ask you is which of these is a better measure? Okay? Is it the mean, the median, or the mode? All right, let's get started. The first one I want you to learn is the median. In order to do the median, the first thing you have to do is put the numbers in order. So you can see down here, the numbers are listed from smallest to biggest. And you could do it the other way around. All right? The median is the middle number. It's the middle value. All right? So how do we find the middle? It's very simple. We are going to cross out the smallest and then the biggest. Then we're going to cross out the second smallest and the second biggest. And since we've crossed out 2 on both sides, the middle number is the only number that is left. So the median in this case is 9. All right, in our second example, okay, so that's example 1. In our second example, again, the numbers are put in order from smallest to greatest. But this time, there is no middle number, or there are two middle numbers. So again, if I do the following, I cross out the smallest and the biggest, and then the second smallest and the second biggest. There are 2 numbers left. When you have an even amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there will always be 2 in the middle. In this case, you add the 2 middle numbers together and divide by 2. 5 plus 7 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So our median is 6. Okay, if I put a 6 here, notice there are 3 numbers smaller than 6 and 3 numbers bigger than 6. That means 6 is in the middle, so the median is 6. Okay, all right, we're going to practice that some more, so you will see it again. All right, the next word that I need you to learn is mode. Again, it's helpful to have the numbers in order, and the reason is that way you get all the same numbers put together. Because whichever number occurs the most is your mode. Now, you could have a situation where there is just one mode, one number that repeats itself. Or you could have a situation where there's more than one, or you could have no mode. So you've got 3 scenarios you have to be aware of. 1 mode, no mode, okay, or more than 1. Okay? All right. In the example that you see right here, okay, the numbers are listed in order, and you can see that the 15 is repeated twice, the 24 is repeated twice, so therefore they are both the mode. If 24 had been repeated a 3rd time, then only 24 would be the mode and 15 would not be, because there would be 3 24s versus 2 15s. So it's whatever is occurring the most. Okay? I'm going to erase that 24. Make sure you understand. So in this situation, there's more than one mode here. Okay? All right. Range. Very simple idea. Okay? It is the biggest number in the list minus the smallest number in the list. So if I use these numbers up here, 24 is the biggest, 11 is the smallest, so 24 minus 11 is 13. 13 is our range. All right, I'm going to practice it again on the example below. All right, so here's an example. First thing it wants you to do is to find the median. All right, so you take all these numbers over here, and you list them in order. Take the smallest and the biggest, cancel them out. Next, smallest and biggest, next, smallest and biggest. One more time. When there are two numbers left, you add them together and then divide by 2. When I do that, I'm going to get a 140. So my median is 140. Next, to find the mode, I look and see if any of the numbers are repeated. Well, 160 there's 2 of them, or it repeated the most. So therefore, the mode is 160. So here's an example where there is a single mode. All right, you can stop the video and then we're going to go on to the next page.